How's it going? So in this video, I'm gonna be driving around the city center and downtown, and just giving, just talking about some lore about this area. So we're starting off in the city center, and this, according to when I was reading the lore, it took over 50 years to build, or sorry, over 40 years to build. Sorry, and this area here, the city center, was built after the Arasaka, which is as of right now the main antagonist in the game, and their tower is here, this tower here, and we'll drive by it. But after they dropped a nuclear bomb or detonated a nuclear device and just leveled this entire area, I can't remember how many people died in it, but it was in the 2020s that happened, and Johnny Silverhand, I don't know if he was trying to stop it or he was just trying to bring down the tower, but when you play as him, you see it all happen. And yeah, so this is the city center, right here, and we're gonna drive through it. And this is where all the corporations are. They're the main corporations in the game. You can imagine all the people that work here. I mean, there's probably thousands and thousands of people in each building, and so you could just get an idea. So now we're kind of in this loop, and this is where there's usually two koi fishes swimming. This is also the most militarized part of the city. It's, if you steal anything and you get shot by the cops, they just destroy your health. There's lots of drones that fly around, and yeah. Also, this part of the map isn't accessible during the beginning of the game. I'm just looking at my map because I don't know my way around. I played this game for 13 hours already, and I've never actually just driven around the game. And this isn't the only part of the game that looks like this. I'd say Chinatown looks like this as well, and so does Japantown, or at least they resemble this. They don't look exactly as grand. And there's that just happened. Yeah, the police in this area are no joke. So we don't go too far out of the area yet. And this is in the game. It says this is where most of the corporations are and where most people spend their lives. Yeah, I mean, you can imagine, like, this is essentially laissez-faire capitalism. So like, people are just like probably being worked to death, probably like 15-hour days, hardly any benefits. They're essentially like the robber barons. I wouldn't be surprised if they if they made their employees pay for their desks and spots in the office. Also, the criminals in this area are much more tough, much more difficult to beat, as well. I learned that the hard way. I wanted to stop by the Arasaka Tower. That way we can get it's probably, I think, the biggest tower, the biggest structure in this game. And if I'm like kind of just driving crazy, it's the game. No matter what car you're in, no matter what vehicle, it's like whenever you turn, it's like you're on black ice. Unless, like, I was barely even moving there. And so that's the Arasaka Tower. I'll get out, and that way you guys can see it. I just don't want to get hit because they will not stop. That's the Arasaka Tower. You can't see the tip top of it, but yeah, as you can see in the map, it is bigger than the rest of the buildings. And these buildings here aren't small either, not at all, but we'll get to those right now. Let's see if I can steal this car. See what I mean? They don't stop at all. No, you can't steal it. And I'd rather not get the police on me and ruin the video. Alright, so next we're gonna go to the Springs. And this entire area, I don't know if I already said it, but between downtown, the city center, in Haywood, which is Haywood the Glen, Haywood Wall Springs, and Haywood Vista Del Rey, this entire area is probably a square mile.
This day will never end.
Also, the rest of the city is not nearly this clean. Like, you do not want to wear your shoes inside your apartment, condo, home, whatever, if you walk through Night City. And some of these buildings that I've seen so far, I haven't actually explored them all or tried to, but there are multiple levels to them. That part is true.
Oye! Not another one!
It's so easy to lose control. It's like you're driving on black ice, essentially. Okay, so this is the part that I want to go to. Let's remove that. Let's just explore this area. You know, there's tons of alleyways in this area that I haven't even explored, that it would take just a very long time to explore. Like, even you can see all these little areas with shops and things like that. It would be an amazing place to live, I can imagine, aside from the explosions and things. I'm definitely gonna have to do a video on sites, so make sure I'm look for that. So we're coming up on the beach. We can't get to that, I think it's the airport, or is it just like a I don't even know what we call it, land off or takeoff port. You can't get there because the bridge is blocked. They don't even have guards that stop you. It's just completely blocked. This is a different view of the city. I honestly thought I went all the way. I was too busy looking. And you can see those, I mean, you wouldn't even call them billboards, but ads. And even when you're way out in the deserts, you can still see them. And at night, they're very, very visible. think we have some Mandarin being spoken. And you can see all the people. There's just tons of ads. It's like Times Square everywhere. I've come. I mean, this place is exactly. It's like what I imagine Batman Beyond would look like in Gotham, or Batman or Gotham would look like in Batman Beyond. Sorry.
Hey!
How are we gonna go? This is actually a nice place to go there. I like this one. I just wanted to make sure we weren't going back into the city center. There's all these shops right here. And we're going to be getting out of the nice part, and this is more of a rundown part of this area. And this is called Haywood in the Glen, or Haywood the Glen Haywood. Yeah, you can see there's tons of stuff to see. I mean, just driving around this area alone has been 13.5 minutes, and we haven't even gone over here or this area yet. We've just pretty much explored half of the, I guess we just call it downtown. Let's make sure we're not going. Yeah, we're going across the bridge. We gotta take that. Not yet. Not yet.
Let me just.
You know, there's pretty much everything here. There's. I'm looking at the website right now. There's love hotels. There's prostitutes. There's bars. There's still lots of crime in this area. And the police are, again, extremely militarized. They're much more powerful than the police in Chinatown. Like they shoot you and you lose half my health. Let's make our way towards, I guess you could say, the west side. Okay, here's a look at, not skyscrapers, but Let's see, we were right here, so let's see how long it would take us to go. I mean, that is 1,000 feet away, essentially. You know, just that. So from here to here, from there, it's about 2,000, say 3, it's about 4,000 feet wide and over a mile long. So almost exactly.
I'll ask one last time. Oh, so I don't have to.
And it's also not, the city, it's not laid out on a grid. So despite it not taking up a lot of land area, it feels much bigger because you can't just drive through it at, you know, 100 miles an hour. Let's make a right, and then we're gonna go left.
Fucking
Okay. Let's go here.
What's your problem?
The fuck was that?
This area looks more. This is a really nice area. I love this area so far. Let's go this way. Let's make sure we're not going. Okay, we're going under a tunnel. We gotta turn around. We're going under the water. We gotta turn around. And we're gonna go. I think that we've pretty much explored everything in this area. Let's go a little. Let's make a right up here. I want to explore this next. This next block. How beautiful this is. I have my settings on low and it's still phenomenal. It's like they made the driving terrible, that way you could stop and look at the city, or drive slow and look at the city. Also, clothing here, at least in the city center, is so expensive. It's like designer brands. Yeah, we're coming up on 20 minutes. I think there's one last part that I have to look at, and it's gonna be this area. I think that will come into there. Alright, so that's where we're gonna go now. And I didn't go down every street, of course. That would take way too long, but get the gist of what each neighborhood is like. And each street is also named in this game. And there's some gunfire you can hear. So let's go. There's a view that we didn't have before.
Please leave me in peace.
And there's this exit. really get down, can you? So coming back up, I think we pretty much just, I think I pretty much explored everything. I'm gonna try to get here. And there's some police action going on nearby, but I'm not trying to get in that.
Supplement?
The traffic right here is really heavy. Alright, we already drove through this part actually. I want to make a left, we didn't go left. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You have the city center, you have Haywood, San Domingo, you have the Glen, and yeah. So I think that's gonna conclude the video. There's not really much else to see. Yeah, there's not really much else to see. We've already got a gist of what each district's vibe is and what they were going for. You know, this is more of a rundown area right here. This is like, I guess you could say it's where the managers and the managers, maybe entrepreneurs, where they live. This is where, you know, the workers live if they can afford it there. And then probably mostly live and work here, or live here and in Chinatown. But yeah, this is just gonna conclude the video. It was 20 minutes, so you can see why it's just gonna be the city center, or downtown, we said we were gonna call it. Next we're gonna go to Chinatown and Watson, as well as the north side, or the Arasaka waterfront. And then next part will be Japantown. So yeah, thank you.